area don scatter at this moment as the federal government of Nigeria they have ordered the arrest of Dr. Pastor Paul Enenche and two others at this moment, all because they spoke their truth concerning the Nigeria general election. My country people, I'm going to allow you guys to watch the rest of the video at this moment, but don't forget to subscribe and turn on your bell notification for more amazing and interesting updates coming from my channel. Without wasting much of your time, enjoy the rest of the video and don't forget to leave your own comments down below.
Concerned and call on the state security services and the Nigeria police force to immediately restrain persons such as Melaye, Momodu, and a certain pastor, Paul Enenche of Vietnamese church. They should be restrained from their clear call to violence. Melaye's tweets threatening violence, Momodu going on TV to announce the purported winner, and Enenche's hate speech from the pulpit clearly violate every law of the land. They should not go scot-free. When failure stared them in the face, rather than accepting the outcome with dignity like good Democrats would, some sore losers began shopping for ways to cut corners or scuttle the process. We have seen so many doctored results giving false victory to the Labour Party in places where it performed abysmally.
Right over here, my wonderful viewers watching me from all parts of the world, this is the preaching from the pastor, Dr. Pastor Paul Enenche, that made the Nigeria government to order for his arrest. Watch the video and leave your own comments down below.
A word of caution. Dear friends, we have witnessed an unusually stressful and challenging elections and vote casting process under very difficult conditions in most cases. Yesterday, some people's voting didn't start till around 1 p.m. Some people in some places had rains and all manner of things, all manner of strenuous condition. But I saw patriotism, enthusiasm, and the determination of our nation's citizens for a change of story like I have never before seen. Record-breaking turnout crowds. Our polling unit, maybe the crowd multiplied like 10 times of what it has ever been, with multitudes of first-time voters. Unfortunately, the human demons in our country and their lunatic mad agents in various parts of this country didn't allow for a peaceful and just process in those places. Video recordings of their misdeeds were flying from Lagos, from Rivers, from Kogi, from Anambra, etc., with thugs at the helm of affairs at certain units. Someone was saying, if you are not voting our party in a particular polling unit in Lagos, and the police was standing right there, leave here. What a country. I thought I heard an order that every thug should be shot down at sight. There was a place where the gate was locked, and the thugs told the people, if you are not voting our party, their party, their disastrous, nonsense, useless party, don't come in here. In some places, people are told, if you don't want to vote our party, go back to your place. In certain places, there was a report of no more presidential ballot papers. But there were ballot papers for senatorial and House of Reps. There were other places where a particular party's logo and name was not on the ballot paper at all. Also, there were cases of thugs snatching ballot papers. Underage voting. I think they showed me a clip of a boy of about, is it 4 years or 5 years, 6 years, casting a vote somewhere. The question is, who are the kinds of leaders or aspirants who will orchestrate those kinds of criminality? They are worthless, valueless, generational liabilities, mobile disasters, who have neither the credibility, relevance, or quality to command any form of followership or win any form of credible election. So they have to resort to criminality, thuggery, and all forms of manipulative devices to attempt to win. The Lord rebuke you. Those are primordial, medieval, outmoded, antiquated, outdated, primitive, obsolescent entities. Ancient people who belong only to history and not to the modern times, bringing stone age, barbaric, savage, bestial, animal behavior into contemporary times, using ballot snatching and voter intimidation. When you look at them, they look like animals. Both those thugs and those who send them like animals. What monkeys will not do, what baboons will not do, are what these human demons in the name of so-called aspiring leaders, animals trying to lead the human beings. Impossible. Animals trying to lead people. Animals, apes trying to lead human beings. It is impossible. We announce that they are at the end of their road, politically and otherwise, since they have confirmed that they don't belong to this age. Who are these kinds of leaders? They are detestable, abhorrent, reprehensible, obnoxious, odious personalities, bent on immersing the nation in the flavor of shame and ignominy in the eyes of the international community, as they watch all the terrible things through their contemptible, execrated, abominable electoral crimes and actions, bringing Nigeria into odium and opprobrium. We announce that the shame that they are trying to bring on the nation remains their shame forever. It remains the shame of all that pertains to them forever. Voting manipulation, all manner of things. Now, despite all these abnormalities cited, the people of Nigeria overwhelmingly expressed their choice of leadership through their vote. Everywhere, voting against even so-called aspirants and winning them in their own grounds, in their polling units, winning them in their territories, in their so-called states. The people spoke through their vote. This is my counsel to INEC. INEC, be strongly advised to do the right thing and do it on time. Issues of inability to upload results on server, failure of results upload from beavers machines, delay in the arrival of results, especially from the northern parts of this country, is raising suspicion. They are raising a lot of suspicion. What was the use of giving the hope to the country? INEC is ready. Beavers machine, automatic transmission of results. And yet we are here, still here now. Result manipulation and all manner of things are still going on. Kindly ensure that this is not game as usual. Every attempt at scuttling the will of the people or frustrating the zeal of the youth will only produce unimaginable consequences. You are not dealing with dummies. You are dealing with intelligent people. Nigerians are tired of the games of these demonic agents, and we are not going to take it anymore. People have voted. They are watching their votes. People already have the results of their polling units, etc., as confirmed at the end of the voting exercise. Just be wise. Do the right thing and go down in history in honor. I'm talking to the INEC leadership right now, the chairman. Do the right thing and go down in history in honor and dignity, or do the wrong thing and go down in shame and ignominy and infamy forever. God bless Nigeria. Stand up on your feet, people. We are not, hear me, we are not going to take rubbish from anybody. We are not going to take garbage from anybody. You can't take anybody for the ride. You have taken us for the ride for too long, and now we won't take rubbish. Lift up your hands. The Bible said there are many devices in the heart of man. 200 million people taken for a ride by a few irresponsible, redundant, remotely disconnected human entities that don't belong to this present age. Few of them, handful of them, valuable for nothing. They are sellable for nothing. They are not marketable. Taking a whole nation for a ride. You are joking. You are joking. Lift up your hands. The Bible said in the book of Job chapter 5 verse 12, there are many devices in the heart of a man. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord that shall stand. Lift your hands and say after me, say, Father, we ask that your counsel in Nigeria shall stand. Your counsel in Nigeria shall stand. Your counsel in Nigeria shall stand. Say, Father, we ask that you frustrate the counsel of the devil, the agenda of wickedness in this nation. Frustrate their counsel. Oh Lord, in the name of Jesus, open your mouth and pray.
Right over here is what DINO MELAYE said in Abuja Collation Center that made Nigeria government to order for his arrest.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, party agents, media. My name is DINO MELAYE, agent for the PDP. Mr. Chairman, I have a fundamental observation based on our proceedings yesterday. Yesterday we received the result from Ekiti State, and I worked on the results as presented yesterday, and I discovered that we have 301,000. We have, 987,647 registered voters in Ekiti and 301,558 accredited. And since we have 301,558 accredited, the result as presented yesterday, APC had 201,494. If you subtract that from 301,558, what you have left is 100,064. Out of this 100,064, PDP scored 89,554. If you subtract that from the balance of 100,064, what is left is 10,510. And now, it was also recorded yesterday that Labour had 11,397, when the total number left is 10,510, leaving an over figure of 887. Apart from this 887 surplus, we have not calculated even the votes of other political parties. Because you will recall that yesterday he told us ADC scored 1,037. So you will recall, you will see from that postulation and presentation yesterday that the figures did not add up. There was overvoting, and the number of votes outnumbered the number of accredited votes. And we know exactly what the law says concerning that. So I move that that be considered because Ekiti cannot stand. Thank you.
Well, any further comment? Okay. Introduce yourself and your party.
We cannot have another state, sir. We cannot have another state.
You are now being
We cannot, sir.
you are now being disruptive.
I am not disrupting. The Electoral Act says that what is uploaded
you are now being disruptive.
You can bundle me out, but the right thing must be done. I'm a party agent.
You are now,
that is what the
you are
Constitution
now
says.
being disruptive of the process.
I am not being disruptive. I'm asking what is uploaded is
Next
what
score, please. After the presentation, then we'll come back to the issues you've raised. Let's take the next step.
We are saying that let him declare that what is uploaded is what he's going to present. At least let him make that statement.
Okay. Score Kwara, sorry, Oshun and Derek, please make your presentation.
Thank you.
Sorry, Kwara. Kwara has done his own. Oshun State?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead, Oshun.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman,
My name is Dr. Mutiu Olaleke Agoke. I am the resident electoral commissioner, INEC, Osun State. My scope is here.
My name is Professor Folashade Ogushola, the Vice Chancellor
Agent
of the University
PDP,
of
please
Lagos.
resume your seat. You are now deliberately disruptive.
I'm defending my votes.
Okay.
And I'm allowed by law to do that.
Red Kwara, please make your sorry, Oshun, introduce yourself and let the scope for Oshun make her presentation.
Okay, my wonderful viewers watching me from all parts of the world, this is what Dele Momodu said that made Nigeria government to order for his arrest. Watch and leave your own comments down below. God bless you.
For us is that APC has managed to control the Southwest, but they've been fatally wounded in Lagos by the Labour Party, fatally wounded, because they needed to win a huge margin in Lagos. That is now impossible. They have also been injured in Kano by NNPP. You don't understand. They needed to win those two places powerfully. We are leading in every other place in the Northeast and in the Northwest. So how are they going to do it? In the North Central, where they were also expected to do better, it is between PDP and Labour. Do you understand? So it is impossible for anybody to become president of Nigeria when in Lagos you don't have huge votes, when in Oyo we are getting 25%, when in Osun we led, when in Ekiti we have 30%. I'm just giving you the ones that we can mention now. So it tells you that we already have a path to victory. In Ondo State, we're sure that we will do reasonably well in Ondo State. Then when you go to the South-South, we're doing reasonably well. We are the only party, okay, that has been able to spread across. The only place we did not do too well is the Southeast, and that is understandable. So which means in 2 regions in the South, we are very comfortable. In the 3 regions in the North, we are very comfortable. So how can anybody defeat us? It's impossible. The same electoral law tells you that you are free to wait while the votes are being counted. They did not say so. We have, you can see that we've not given you figures. We only told you we're doing well. Don't we have a right to tell you? Did I tell you we're doing well in Southeast? I didn't say so. We said we are doing well. Extremely well. In Osun State, we have a sitting governor, okay, Dr. Ademola Nuruddin Adeleke, who has delivered Osun State. We are doing well. I didn't give you figures. So we know where we're doing well, we know where we're not doing well, and when you compute everything, we can tell you that we are the first to cross the 25% in 24 states. And we've checked on the others because we have our own records, and we can see that there is no way they can cross that 25% in 24 states. That's what we have said. We have not declared any results. Have you heard anything from Atiku Abubakar? He is a global statesman. He is quietly sitting in his home and waiting for what God will do. He is not desperate. The only places where you had riots were in APC-controlled states. In Lagos, in Kano, in Kogi. Did you hear that anybody carried gun in Adamawa State? No. The answer is no. Atiku Abubakar has never been desperate.
He knows he has worked very well, and that is why we say he's a man of destiny. His time has come, and we're very proud. It will be a sweet story to tell of a man who never gave up on his dreams. He never. It's a great story even for the younger generation, that you have a man who started this journey. I first saw him in Jos in 1993 when he stepped down for Chief Moshood Abiola. 30 years after, it is payback time.